Going, ladies and gentlemen. On the left-hand side, we have got Team Rainbow Strike Go. We have got a Eric, Balog, and Olaf, played by Celium. We have Toki B on the Vala, Havoc on the Diablo, Robert on the Kel'Thas, and Chopper on the Rhaegar. I wonder if that's a One Piece reference for Chopper. On the right-hand side, we got Cats on my keyboard. We got Koala on the Sonya, Red on the Joanna, Punk on the Hanzo, Ghost on the Greymane, and Apple on the Anduin. As I had said, we have got a fun prediction for Towers of Doom, map number 1, and that has begun right now. Ooh, we got a little spy game, so some Eric harassment. Which team will get the first boss, or will no boss be taken? There are 3 options to get your gambles in. There are 3 options to get your gambles in. What's going to happen? If you know the result, you are welcome to bet. Don't be cheeky and don't try and tee-hee-hee, I know the answer. Just place your gamble, get your channel points, and have a good time. Overpower onto Red right here. A little leap of faith. How you doing, B? Welcome. Psystorm Gaming Community, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that, bud. Much appreciated. IDK the answer. Tacitus, how you doing? How you doing, Tacitus? Man, I haven't done any. Man, a long time ago, Cat Peach and I actually did a Psystorm Heroes of Storm tournament we casted together. That was so long ago. Oh my god. The whole community, the whole dang thing. Well, you'll be happy to know, Psystorm community, that I not only cast Heroes, but I also cast StarCraft 2 now. So if you have any StarCraft 2 content, please, by all means, send it my way. I'm already participating casting-wise in the Vulcan Cup Masters. I'm trying my best to do some coverage there. And then there's the Platinum Heroes League. It's another StarCraft 2 community. I've got a little bit of contact with them as well, so... Shadow Charge onto the Joanna, a lot of good damage. Red able to pop the Iron Skin and back away. Living Bomb is just living around a lot of these enemies. Getting some great spread. Ghost's gonna have to roll around trying to keep that Inner Beast active, but it will expire. We might be doing Psystorm Cup this year that may or may not need casters. Hey! My DMs are always open. My DMs are always open. You can message me on Discord, which is the best way to get a hold of me. I do check my Discord messages. Twitter, I try to check my Twitter messages, but sometimes I miss them. And then Twitch messages are the worst. That's probably the worst way to get a hold of me. I rarely check Twitch messages. Yeah, feel free to add me on Discord as well. I think all my information for Discord is, I think it's just exclamation Discord, right? It takes you over to my Discord, but you could also then get in contact with me through there as well, as it has me in it. Alrighty, first objective. Let's talk about the fight that will be breaking out. Havoc is going to be anchoring for the allies. We do have the Eric the Swift. Alright, so this is going to be Eric harassment around the objective area. We do see an Olaf going down to the Sonya, but this is what I was talking about. Here comes Eric. Bop once, and that's going to be really annoying. We'll see how the micro goes for our Vikings player. I do want to focus in on this down over here. The assumption is that Eric will constantly delay out Koala. Koala might get a spear or something onto Eric, but right now the fight is between Havoc and Joanne. Actually, B on the left-hand side is getting chunked by the Greymane. Any Gilnean cocktail? Nah, gets the razor swipe, and that's all she wrote on that one. We do see the shots into the right-hand side from our blue team. The 40-0 dreams alive, chat. The 40-0 dreams alive. Left-hand side channel comes through as well. 40-32 as Eric continues to harass. But now Ghost is up here. Doesn't get the Gilnean cocktail. This will be a dead Eric. Well, maybe not. Will Eric go for one more delay? Nah, okay. All right. So it's gonna be 4 to 8 damage, excuse me. Looking at some of the talents, we didn't really talk about some of these talents so far, so let's start breaking these down. This is not Mercenary Lord, which I always find kind of funny that we still have the Mercenary Lord logo for Battle Rage. I know you deal more damage to the mercenaries, but it's such a funny thing. It's like Huh, that's a weird logo for that one. Anyways, Hanzo gonna go for that a little bit of a hybrid build here. Gonna be going into the simple geometry at level 1. No redemption, but also the sharpened arrowheads at level 7. I'm assuming we'll see Giant Slayer later on from Hanzo to really chunk the Diablo. What's up, Elm? How you doing, bud? Simple geometry done for Hanzo. 69 souls for Diablo. Got the Soul to Flame build currently. Trying to fire stomp out for some extra right there. Slam jam. No kill onto Eric. One of the Vikings will tap. I think it was actually Balog taps well, and that gave that little extra HP because Olaf was still soaking up in the mid lane. That laugh right there, ladies and gentlemen. Murloc mains in between. We've got our boss. 5 minutes into the game. 5 minutes in, that laugh signifies the boss is up. We'll cycle through the other numbers, get an idea of what they look like, because here is a double altar phase coming up. 10 talent here on the horizon for both sides. Do want to point out, purification for the Rhaegar. Chili for tomorrow. Ooh, chili's good. Hello, I definitely didn't just wake up. Definitely didn't sleep until noon. No, you're good. It's only 11:28. It's not even noon. You're great. Yeah, you're fine. You woke up on time, Jimmy. What's up, bud? Happy Saturday, my friend. Fire stomp out from the Diablo. Scouts a little bit here. Rhaegar with the channel, but the shield glare from Joanna will be enough to delay that out. Vala continuing to get some autos out here and there. One Viking will respawn in 4 seconds as we have the Balog pushing top. Eric harassing the Sonya in the mid area as the fire stomps continue out from Diablo. 10 talent here, almost here. Living bomb being spread from player to player. Apple gonna be the last one with that. Not much, how am I? I'm doing all right. We're doing some casting, we're hanging out, we're having a good old Saturday. We're having a great day. And I'm just lucky to be hanging out with all of you. Thanks for being here, thanks for lurking, thanks for chatting, thanks for making my day. Y'all make my day as well, you don't even realize it. Shadow Charge from Diablo, pops the Apocalypse underneath it, Rain of Vengeance from Vala, and that Anduin's going nowhere. Toki with the channel. Uninterrupted. Nice Shadow Charge from Diablo, really pushing the Joan up against the wall. Gravity Lab's not connecting. Arrow will make its way onto one Viking, but the Sonya can't spin through the health bar of Olaf, and Balog continues to soak up the top lane. 11 to 10 in our levels, 1 to 3 in kills, and core HP is 36 to 24. My hip hurts today. I jumped in the hot tub last night after stream, and it really helped, and I think I just need to do it again today. I don't know. It's some days feel like 1 step forward, 2 steps back when it comes to this recovery. It's just been annoying. Oh well. Oh, the Ancestral doesn't make it in time. Greymane goes in for the throat, trying to razor swipe through the enemy. A Rain of Vengeance drop down from B as the 1, 2, 1 more auto will make its way. Chopper gonna go down to the Joanna. Eric still doing Eric things. Eric is still just making Sonya's life so very annoying. What is the damage from the Vikings? I didn't look. 8k in heroic damage. I was wondering if he had more from just the constant harassment onto Sonya. And give me 1 second. I gotta throw my tea bag in the garbage can here. There we go. Is this tea warm enough or cool enough for me to drink? I think so. Oh, that's some fantastic caffeine. That was necessary. Single altar, center of the map, 4 to 4 in potential shots from the Gravekeeper and the Ravenlord. Oh, we didn't see a leap used yet. I think that's the only heroic that we haven't witnessed. Go for the throat obviously was utilized. It's on cooldown. Hanzo may kill a Viking. Nah, he's not going to chase for the scatter. Joanna pops the Iron Skin, trying to back away. Did she? I was going to say, she's been popping a lot of Iron Skin. It's a 2-second reduction, but still. 2 seconds really helps out. Hold your ground right there for the Joanna level 4. No subdue as the Apocalypse from Diablo will be activated. B with the sustained chase onto Greymane backs away. Light Bomb, falling sword combo onto Rhaegar and Eric. We've got Diablo trying to anchor forward. Good follow-up leap to Hanzo's Dragon's Strike, or Dragon's Arrow. Robert low. Hanzo goes down. 1 auto needed here. Does take down the Kael'thas. Diablo getting a fire stomp through the enemy team as the Anduin is going to start to just chase a... Actually, no, Anduin's just going to back off right there. I thought he was going to start chasing in, but it's a little low Ando, and he tries to get the Divine Star onto red. We still have Vikings soaking the lane, so this is actually, even though the channel hasn't come through, this is still very, very good for the side of Team Rainbow Strike Go, because you've got Balog pushing top. They're not picking up all the experience, they're missing globes here and there, but it's fine, because Eric's being microed around, constantly poking at enemies as well, so... It's understandable not to see every single little thing being microed from the Viking player, but still, this is really, really good delay for the Viking team. Team Rainbow Strike Go. Gonna be 4v5 here in just a moment. I guess you could say it's like 4 and a third v5, because you got Eric around as well. Phoenix out from the Kael'thas, getting some zoning. Great gravity lap sleeping from Sonya, but she might have just killed her ally, spreading the living bomb to Joanna. Apple low. That's autos from Eric. He just needs one more. Hanzo gets the agility over the wall, and this is more shots into the Gravekeeper's core. Now I want Chili. Oh, wait, hold on.
Team kill!
Pentakill comes through in the end. Hanzo does go down. Chili sounds really good today as well, but I don't have anything to make chili, and I don't really want to go buy chili. I wonder if it's the apple. It's the apple. What is that? The isn't that Yoshi Island? Though it also kind of sounds like something else. I wonder if it's the Abut. Yeah, it's probably the Abut. It's a very good point. Red getting low here on the Joanna. Gets the light bomb falling sword. Greymane comes in, living bomb, but the go for the throat's clean into Vala. Reset onto Robert, but gets the arcane barrier activated with a sliver of HP. Some chain heals out from the Rhaegar, and Sappers to be walked in through bottom lane. 36-20 in core HP, 16-14 in our levels. Things are looking good to the members of Team Rainbow Strike Go. No boss has been taken yet. We could not see a boss. We could see a boss. I'm not sure. Garby's alt name? Yeah. Chastise goes through the Sappers. I don't know. I don't think it was intended for them. Greymane jumps in really quickly with some razor swipes. Gravity Lap's going wide right there. Ghost can try and back away. Doesn't want to spread the living bomb around, and don't think... Actually, one Sapper did go over. One Sapper did go over. We have 19 HP. I thought I heard the little cackle of the Sapper as Sonya... Wow! What a great jump from the Vikings. The spear avoided. Good. The hurry up will be triggered as well. Now Vala gonna try and sneak her way down over here for 5 shots, and I do think she will get it. Urban Punk with 17 HP! Don't spread that living bomb, Apple. Careful about spreading that living bomb. 5 more shots, a Dragon's Arrow into Robert, but no follow-up damage. 36-14 in core HP, and level 18 just about here. It's 9-9 in kills, but a chunky deficit in favor for the side of Team Rainbow Strike Go. I realize that I have ground turkey that need to be cooked. Chili isn't going to be super fancy, but it'd be tasty. Oh, I mean, I think, like... Honestly, like, most ground proteins I think are fine for chili. Like, I use pork personally. I don't use beef. I like using pork for my chili personally. I do pork, 2 different kinds of beans, some tomato, like canned tomatoes, and then some extra seasoning in there. Very, very simple in the pressure cooker. Feels like the perfect time for our Team Rainbow Strike to go to take boss. Maybe Tessidus, maybe. Or maybe they don't need to take boss at all on this map. Yeah, pork's usually my go-to for most proteins. Like, oh man, like Al Pastor. God, man, an Al Pastor burrito after stream sounds so freaking good. But 1, that's money, and 2, that's driving, and 3, I'm lazy today. Does anyone really need to take a boss? It's about sending a message. It's also about sending 4 damage into the enemy core. 5 shots are available if all 3 altars are channeled. 2 altars and a boss, all 3 altars. There's some winnability here for Team Rainbow Strike Go. Oh wow, Apple getting very low. That's a lot of damage. Rhaegar goes in to bite the butt of the Anduin. The living bomb doesn't get spread. No, Joanna goes down to the living bomb. Do we have the Ignite? Yeah. Viking here, Viking here, Viking there. Greymane will delay. He delays right. Still 10 shots in. They could go core and end. They could go boss and end. They could go take down Greymane and end. No, Greymane. Okay. 33 to 4 HP. Boss ends. Greymane takes down a Viking. Anduin might be caught out here in mid. Throws the Chastise, able to back away. 20 talent tier to 17.5. Vala's got the Farflight Quiver. We have got the Flamethrower. Flarseer's Blessing. Flarseer's. Play the checkpoint reach for the Vikings. That's where you're going to see a little number right there. So the Vikings can play a little extra aggressive, because 10 seconds after using play again, any dead Vikings are revived and summoned again and are healed to full. So would have liked to see the Vikings be a little more aggressive with that moment. But anyways. Sappers in bottom. Big fight over here. Hellgate from the Diablo. That's an overpower. Leap of Faith saves Punk with a sliver of HP. Drops a huge arrow into the enemy. A follow-up leap from Sonya. That's Kael'thas to go down. Greymane trying to go in for the throat. The Ancestor Healing with the Farseer's Blessing will be triggered. And Vala to be taken down as well. Chopper getting low. Getting low. Copper's a dog that I know. Bottom lane has 3 Sappers. Is this boss for the side of Cats on my keyboard? If they take down Diablo, maybe, but it doesn't look like he's going to be dying anytime soon. Well, actually, maybe he will be. I thought the Fire Stomp was going to be enough for him. Hanzo Arrow is going to be good. Vikings jump away. Greymane clears out the bottom lane, and it's a double altar phase here, and I think boss will be held off for the time being. Greymane to try and convert bottom lane. One of the best players on their team to do it. Maybe Sonya's... I'd probably say Greymane's pretty much the best. Apocalypse from Diablo delays out the right-hand side. I feel like that was really the big call from it. Apple gonna try and get the channel. That's a Hanzo to go down. One channel is needed from the side of the blue team, even if the Greymane converts this. I actually... Now that I'm looking at this, I really wish Greymane did not leave. Oh, I really wish Greymane stayed, because... yeah, this is... Red's gonna go down. I think this is the swan song here. Oh, Indestructible from Joanna will proc right there. Greymane and Anduin. Well, Anduin goes down. Greymane gonna try and make a play. Chopper with the channel. Oh, no, gets interrupted. Do they boss too?
Team kill!
Wait, which happens first? Boss? Does boss go first? No, the 4 shots will go into the core. Ladies and gentlemen, no boss was taken here on Towers of Doom, map number 1 in our 3rd best of 3 of the day. No, my butts! There was some good bets on this one, I gotta be honest. There were some good bets on this one. No boss, no contest. XDGG. My points. I have the in Star Wars my what was it, Spaceballs. It's the little people who live with yogurt. The Dink March. Yes. So I had to look up the name of the song. It is dubbed the Dink March. Spaceballs is such a good movie, man. I think I'm gonna rewatch Spaceballs tonight. I think that's what I watch it like twice a year at this point. He's an asshole, sir. How many of them are you? Yo! I'm surrounded by assholes. We talked about this like 4 or 5 days ago, and I didn't watch it, but God, I really love Spaceballs. They shot at me. All right, team score. Let's update the team score. It was Team Rainbow Strike Go did win the first map. Why don't you just try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Nobody makes that their code. All right, Harlot. All right, Lord. Don't hurt her. I'll give you the code. It's 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Another couple hours of relaxing, another couple hours of Bahamut. Yeah, it sounds like a good Saturday to me. That's every day at work. I'm surrounded by assholes, yeah. I have the power of the Schwartz. I am your sister's cousin's 4th roommate, twice removed. What does that make us? Absolutely nothing. Just such a fucking good line, man. Now you will see that evil will always triumph because good is dumb. Oh, okay. All right, let's get a prediction for this game here. Let me make sure the players are on the right sides. Team Rainbow Strike Go has Robert. That's on the left, so we're good. Let's look at some talents. We're level 1. Falstad goes autos. Valo goes autos. Let's do a Falstad auto quest. We do a lot of Valo stuff. Let's do Falstad autos. How many level 1 stacks for Falstad? I'm trying to think of a good number, because what's a good number for Falstad? I feel like 50 is fairly attainable. I feel like 50 is kind of up there, kind of attainable. Let's do 50 or more. 49 or less. I feel like, because autos scale by 0.2 per minion kill, 0.5 per heroic kill. I think that's pretty feasible. I think 50 is kind of a good challenging number right there. You've never seen Spaceballs? Oh, Gato. I grab a beer, grab a blanket, maybe, I don't know, take an edible if that's your jam, and go watch it. It's so goddamn funny, man. It's Mel Brooks. Like, if you like anything Mel Brooks, just like, if you like Robin Hood Men in Tights, you'll love Spaceballs. If you like Blazing Saddles, you'll love Spaceballs. If you like History of the World Part 1, you'll love Spaceballs. I mean, shit, there's so many good jokes like Perrier. Oh my god, the Perrier joke always kills me. Let's get into the game, everyone. I will start the prediction after I introduce our teams, because on the left-hand side, we have got the members of Team Rainbow Strike Go here in the Nexus Gaming Series Division B Huist matchup. On Sky Temple map number 2, we got Maltheo played by Cell, Hanzo on played by B, Havoc on the Joanna, Robert on the Falstad, Chopper on the Rhaegar. Over on the right-hand side, we have Cats on my keyboard. We've got Ghost on the Vala, Apple on the Stukov, Red on the Anubarak, Koala on the Li Ming, and Zul to be played by Punk. Let's get into our gamble. We have got Falstad autos. Gamble has begun. How many stacks will Falstad have on Frequent Flyer by the end of the game?
Let your battle begin.
Missed the opportunity for 70. Yeah, I did think about that. But I was like, you know what? Let's just do something simple. 50. It's just dumb good comedy. It's just dumb good comedy. I mean, hell. I have a nostalgia thing. I grew up watching Mel Brooks movies with my parents. Like, watching Blazing Saddles like once a year with like my friends, and watching oh god, Young Frankenstein and stuff like that. Igor, wasn't your hump on the other side? Yeah, like if you like, Mel Brooks are a treasure trove. Even if you haven't seen them in a while, they're great to go back and watch. Anyways, Sky Temple, our second map and our third best of 3 of the day. Zul to be up in the top lane. Really good soak and push potential from him. Gonna be going Backlash at level 1. Gonna be having the extra damage around enemies like Joanna, being able to really chunk into her, but it's 12% of a hero's HP. Whose brain did you get? Abby someone. Abby who? Abby normal. You got me an abnormal brain? The scene is so good because he sees himself in the mirror and then scares himself and drops the first brain he went to go get. Oh yeah, it's they're super quotable movies too. It's like Airplane or Idiocracy. Welcome to Walmart, I love you. Level 4 first for the side of our blue team. That's a slow from Stukov. Chopper low, but does not go down. Surely you can't be serious. I am serious. Don't call me Shirley. You are Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The kid just talking shit and like grabs the kid and just like, you go toe to toe with that guy on the court. So good. Good damage onto Robert right now from Li Ming as well as Anubarak. The top lane to be cleared out as Zul has taken over bottom lane. Good vault forward from Vala. Hungering Arrow gets the last auto, or last bounce for the damage necessary to take down Falstad. First blood over to the side of Cats on My Keyboard, but in bottom lane, Zul does go down a little too far forward in the lane as the rotation came through just a little too quick. By the way, if you haven't heard it, they're going to do History of the World Part 2 on Hulu, and I think it comes out really early March. It's like a few nights in early March when they're going to release an episode a night. I'm curious to see what they do. I mean, I'm very curious. The Doctor Strangelove-esque Inspector. Oh, yeah. The Frau Blöcher scene is so good. Frau Blöcher! And then you just get the horse whinny in the background every time. Malthael grabs mid, Zul to soak up bottom. 7 talent here first for the side of Team Rainbow Strike Go. Hanzo gonna be going, so scatter at 1 and 7. Explosive arrow on the Stormbow at level 4 for a little extra wave clear, and yeah, they could use it. Doesn't hurt to have that. I always forget about the Inspector every time I watch back Young Frankenstein. I always forget. Why are you making yummy noises? That wasn't me. I'm not making yummy noises. Malthael to just double soak up against the Zul. Does have the On a Pale Horse at level 1, so it's going to be the 150% movement speed, so 20% faster than Mount. Able to get around the map quite quickly. That's going to be a backlash immediately onto these Malthael and some blue swipes from the curse strikes, right? Yeah, blue curse strikes. Malthael can't get the kill onto Wave Punk, or excuse me, Urban Punk. Wave Punk, I believe, is a caster. Let's cycle through the other numbers, get an idea of what those look like, because we are getting around the 10 talent here soon. So let's see how the stats are looking. Falstad gonna split push in top. My apologies. I didn't think that the Zul would continue fighting into the Malthael, but it must have been. Malthael does get the kill. 2-1 in kills, 9-8 in our levels. Boss now coming out from Tomb of the Spider Queen. That is the lore of the map. Tomb of the Spider Queen is below Sky Temple. If you watch the Viking release video and you're like, wait a minute, but the Vikings fall off a Sky Temple into Haunted Mines, you are correct. The devs actually came back and retconned that information. The devs came back and retconned that it was Tomb of Spider Queen is below Sky Temple and it's not Haunted Mines. That's also why you have the boss literally come out from, it looks like the Tomb of the Spider Queen boss, and you also have Harrison Jones. When he jumps out of here, there's mandibles of the spider that chase after him as well. What's up, Skulfy? How you doing, bud? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to all of our viewers. If you're in a further time zone, happy Sunday. B trying to back away on the Hanzo, getting a couple autos here and there. We have all the heroics available in the bottom lane. Falstad and Malthael not here just yet, so we're going to see a hold on the Blessed Shield attempt. Any sort of Dragon's Arrow as well from Hanzo. Oh, sorry, my back is getting a little tight today. I need to really stretch it. So Rhaegar with the channel through bottom, 10 talents here, almost here for the members of Cats on My Keyboard. Team Rainbow Strike Go and map number 2 in our third best of 3 today is doing pretty good. Poison Nova Zul, we have the Flailing Swipe Stukov, Vala, gonna go Rain of Vengeance, Cocoon Anubarak, and Wave of Force Li Ming. Flesh Shield goes wide right there. Arrow will connect from Hanzo. Falstad looking for the gust angle, gets hit with a Cocoon. Falstad was in such a good gust angle, and that Cocoon was just perfectly timed just to deny that setup as Falstad drops a hammering out. Does have the secret weapon. Vala going to try and find the sustained damage onto the Hanzo, and will be able to do so. Great impale from the Anubarak gust from Vala. It's got a slow on it, but that decay is not going to be enough for Falstead to be able to chase in. Vala vaults forward. She's out of there. Great engagement from the side of Cats on My Keyboard. Trading, but still able to keep that Vala alive. Not going to be losing out onto any of the Creed of the Hunter stacks because she hasn't died yet. It's actually been all deaths of Zool. Bottom lane shots will fire into the top lane. The camp is going to also help confirm this fort. And it's 3 forts down for the side of Team Rainbow Strike Go. On their side, they've got their fort front gates in bottom and mid. Top is going to have the gate down. Oh my god. Chat, I got to be honest. I've said it before throughout the week. I don't care about the football game tomorrow. I'm so excited for the food that I'm making. I'm making brisket, mac and cheese, and I've got Hawaiian rolls because that sort of sweet and savory with the brisket is what I'm aiming for. And then the mac and... I'm going to make little sandwiches. There's a football game tomorrow? Yes, there is a football game tomorrow. But honest to God, all I care about is just making food. That's all I care about. I don't care who wins. I don't care who loses. I don't even care about the commercials. I care about the food. Yeah, I'm gonna make little sandwiches because like brisket and Hawaiian rolls go so well together, and you put a little bit of mac and cheese in there. Oh no, Tesla's. That's how it's always been for me. I remember wow, that's some frames. I remember in high school, in senior year, my ex-girlfriend, or girlfriend at the time, they had like some Super Bowl party, and I got invited to it. And I remember we left, and she was like, "Oh, did you have fun?" Because like there was a lot of her family. Her family was also a lot of cops. So I was like, "Oh, it was great. It was great to hang out with a bunch of really, really great, super awesome cops that make you feel awkward." And then I told her, I was like, honestly, the only reason I didn't ask to leave earlier is because there was just good food. I literally told her, I was like, I can't stand a lot of your family, but I'm not gonna lie to her. I'm not gonna be like, oh, your family, they're sweethearts. No, your uncle and your dad just sat there making people feel awkward as they were being dicks. I'll never forget. He her and I were hanging out like after like a half day of school, like over at her parents' house, and her dad came home. He was a cop for like a local city that I lived in, and we were just chatting. He was like an alright dude, but he tried to do like some of those like dickish cop things to make you feel like uncomfortable. So one time he didn't like pull a gun on me or anything, but like one time we were all chatting, and as a joke he grabbed his handcuffs, and I was like, oh no, like I can't be late for like I think I had an appointment. So he cuffs his daughter's hand as a joke, and then he goes to go grab his like key, like because we were just chatting, and he goes to grab the key and he goes, oh honey, you have to come to the station with me, I'm sorry. I'll never forget that. He was so embarrassed because his joke went so south and she was so bad. There was a fight that happened during my story anyways. We're gonna see the top lane shots go onto the keep right now. We will have the bottom lane objective still being held by Urban Punk, as those will be raining into the bottom lane forward. Nubrak burrows forward, Havoc taking a lot of damage, and Li Ming gets the reset before the Ancestral hits. Put that on a 10-second cooldown, Rhaegar. Cop humor going badly. 90% of the time it went badly. It made you feel uncomfortable to be in the same room as them. Really good wombos here coming out from Cats on My Keyboard with even just basic abilities. Self-Ancestor onto Chopper, excuse me, just to make sure that they get out alive. Malfield did push up the top lane. This might... no, Zul's back up here. Zul should be able to clear this out. Kata's doing some real good chonking. But Zul just has really fast wave... One! The reason I keep saying Copper is my neighbor's dog is Copper, and he's a good boy, so it's just my brain keeps going there. Rhaegar dog, Copper dog. What's with all the cops? What's all the cops? What's with the... Oh, they... It's the way they talk about civilians is the way I will put it. I don't want to go into the details of it all, but it's the way they talk about basic civilians and stuff, and like how that like traffic stopping, and it was just in profiling basically, and yeah, it was a lot of stuff that I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, great. You didn't get into this to make people feel safe. You got into this for power tripping. That's I think the good way to surmise all of that. There's a lot of police that get into it because it's a power trip thing. There are good cops. Don't get me wrong. There are some good cops out there that do try and do good out in the world. Trust me. But there are a lot of bad cops. This is also, we're talking Metro Detroit too, so that's also, this is Metro Detroit area, so there's also a lot of racism. A lot of racism. Fox in the House is one of my favorite movies growing up. I don't think I've actually seen that in a long time. Border Patrol is set off fireworks in his house. And he just got... Not having a filter is often code for being an unapologetic asshole. Yeah, yeah. It's likely where your neighbor got Copper from. Actually, Copper is a prison dog. In the state of California, they have a like it's like a prison dog system where dogs that I think are to be just like euthanized go to the prisons, and then the prisoners, as part of their rehabilitation, they train the dogs. So, and I'm not exaggerating because my neighbors have told me the story. When they got Copper, he was a couple years old, and he came with a folder that was like a solid like 2 inches thick of every prisoner he interacted, what those prisoners taught him, all that kind of stuff. It's actually a really cool system. I don't know the name for it, but if you just look up like Dogs Prison California, like there's a whole thing for it. It's mostly just to make sure that dogs aren't youth. Oh, what a fantastic wave of force from Li Ming. 385 damage, enough to get the kill. It's not a dog prison. No, it's not a dog prison. It's in the prison system in California. The prisoners can basically like train the dogs as part of their rehabilitation, and it also keeps the dogs from getting killed. And then the dog basically is, it's a couple years old, and then someone can go adopt a dog that's fully trained. And that was the thing, like their dog Copper, like when they got him, he could shake, he could sit, he could blah 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 blah. He did all those things. They didn't have to potty train him or anything. It's a fantastic system. But also, Copper got his name because he is copper in color. Like, kind of like a copper wire, if you would. Zool won't save bottom keep, unfortunately. But bottom lane boss will be grabbed by the side of Cats on my keyboard. What's up, Faffin? How you doing, bud? This conversation. I mean, it went from racist cops to dogs being saved. I like that. I like that transition for us. I like that transition in our conversation. Ooh, Falstad tries to save Malthael to bless shield as well, but that's not gonna be enough. Malthael will fall to Vala. She's on 99 stacks, needs one more auto. Looking really quickly, she has not died. Last Rites is available for Malthael. The prison dog thing is awesome for sure. Oh, it's super cool. I'm all about saving puppies like that. Oh, great! Just Wombo once again into Malthael. Li Ming on point with these combos. Boss will expire. Vala's got 20. She outranges structures when she's at max hatred. So as you can see, the only thing poking at her is pretty much Hanzo. Shield glares from Joanna, sidestepped. Nice little sidestep consistently from Ghost here. Will Joanna go down right here? Iron Skin, no, that was a cleanse from Rhaegar. X Havoc is low. The Hungering Arrow gets the kill. Wind Tunnel into the wall from Falstad, but Robert can't do enough. That's Vala vaulting forward, getting the kill. Ghost taking a few shots. Are we going to game 3? Are we going to a game 3? How many katas is that? 4? 4 katas. Big team kill. Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta say, Li Ming, Vala, dastardly duo for the members of Cats on My Keyboard. Very well played. We're going to map 3. Alrighty. How many level 1 stacks for Falstad? He had 49 or less. We had a neighbor like that too. He worked in the narcotics unit, and they got a lot of illegal fireworks during drug busts. Go figure. Yeah. As I've gotten older, like, I think fireworks are beautiful. I think they're cool. But as I've gotten older, I've learned about how much it is a detriment to a lot of other people and animals in our world. So I'm just like, I'm cool without fireworks. I'm cool. I can look up a YouTube video if I really want. They're beautiful. Don't get like beautiful like fireworks over the lake at night. Oh, it's so beautiful. But the long-term outcome for the animals and the people, I think, is worthwhile. So, Have I seen the drone shows? No, I haven't. Actually, I think Tahoe is going to start adopting the drone shows. Because for the longest time, there's been, like, I'll never forget. One of my neighbors, oh boy. Some of my neighbors are, they've got some opinions that are, I don't think they're fully kind of thought out. And one year they were like, it's bullshit. They're getting rid of the fireworks. It's such an important thing for our town. And I was like, we live in a national forest with bears, coyotes, and many other creatures, as well as veterans. A lot of veterans up here. Wouldn't you just want to, like, make the wildlife and the people feel comfortable and, like, not do fireworks? And you're like, no, it's an American, like, it's American. Like, it's American to do fireworks on the 4th of July. You take it away. It's unconstitutional. Like, it's like, okay. These are the same people that bought a radio, not a radio, like a meter, a radio meter, so to be able to, like, figure out if there's incoming radio signals, because at the height of COVID, they believed that 5G was giving COVID, and they didn't want that 5G in their house. These are the same people that spend all their time on their iPhones, and they're like, the government's tracking us, and it's like, oh yeah, the government's tracking you. You got your iPhone with Google set with location on, and you take it everywhere with you taking photos of everything you do. Oh yeah, the government's tracking you. Yeah, the 5G. It's just fucking insane, man. Arm yourself with knowledge, chat. Arm yourself with knowledge.
You know this
Jesus!
Because he paid me a freaking fortune, you moron.
Why did I make the alert so loud?
You got paid?
Some of my neighbors like to pick and choose their signs. Psystorm Gaming Community, thank you for the brand new Tier 1 sub. Welcome to the Bahamuts. Enjoy your brand new emotes and your ad-free viewing. We are skipping ads in the month of February because Twitch wanted me to stream 140 hours in the month of February, run a 3-minute ad every hour for $55. It's kind of funny that you get a... I have the volume so loud in my headphones. It's so loud in my headphones. Everyone knows that electric stoves give COVID. Oh yeah, and then there was a different neighbor about a month or two ago who didn't read everything that was being talked about. All they saw was the government's gonna take away gas stoves. So he ran out and bought and installed a gas stove. And as I was walking by him one day, he was like, yeah, I gotta get that gas stove installed before they ban them. And I'm like, but they weren't. There was never anything. They weren't. Literally, the CDC recommended that children could, I believe, get asthma from gas stoves, and that maybe if you build a new house, you should avoid installing one. 1 3-minute ad or 1 3-minute ad every single hour. So I had to run 3 minutes of ads every single hour. Whether I break that up into a 30-minute ad, like every X amount of minutes, or I run one chonky boy for $55. It's a joke. I like my gas stove. I grew, like, my parents had an electric one when I was growing up. Like, I don't know. It's just. The government's gonna come take my stuff! I love that, like, that's been the motif for how many years and it's never happened. The government's gonna come, and it's like, haven't we been saying this since the 80s? Oh, the government's gonna come kick down my door and take down my Glock. It's like, no, they're not. No, they're not. Did you say, wait, but did you see the Florida governor said he was going to make gas stove tax exempt because of it? Yes, I did see that. I didn't read into it, so I can't talk about it, but I did see the title, and I was just like, oh, okay, so we're continuing with the motif of my team versus your team, and if my team is upsetting your team, we're winning. Fuck the rest of the country. Fuck you. That? Yeah. That. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into our best of 3 series here in Division B West of Team Rainbow Strike Go in the blue. They got a Brightwing, Ragnaros, Deathwing, Vala, and a Zagara. Over on the side of Cats on my keyboard in this best 3 series, we got an Anduin, Sonya, Greymane, a Nubrak, and a Kael'thas. Now, let's do a nice little boss bet. We had a boss bet in the beginning of the series, and we're here in map number 3 on Tomb. Let's do another boss bet. Who will get first boss? Will it be Team Rainbow Strike Go? Will it be Cats on my keyboard? Or will no boss be taken? Get your gambles in. Anyone who thinks the government conspiracies happened never worked in the government? There's a couple. There's a couple that I put the most small amount of like, huh, maybe. There's a couple conspiracy theories that I'm like, maybe. But it's like, that's as far as it really goes. That's about as far as it goes. I don't think the lizard, look, if the lizard people do exist, they've got it down pretty good at this point, you know? Like, I don't think they're gonna fuck up anytime soon. Oh, a lot of good damage on the Ghost. No, obviously if it was late game with Conflagration, it'd be completely different. Nice soothing mist as well. I was gonna say completely different situation. Oh yeah, get your gambles in, everybody. You got a minute left on what's gonna happen with this boss on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Yeah. It's yeah, the world we live in is great. Oh boy. Anyways, let's focus in on something positive. A game that's dead. Here's the storm. I'm sorry. 25K? Whoa-wee! Because I like the odds, every bit of me wants Cats on my keyboard to get it. That's just purely because of odds. I've got no bias for one team over the other. Too real, Baha? I'm sorry. My apologies. I was punching down. I need to be punching up. Good phase shift down into the bottom lane onto Robert, and this will confirm the Siege Giants for the members of Team Rainbow Strike Go. Nubrak burrows forward onto Zagara. She's taking a lot of damage. Chastise to follow up, and Apple sets up the kill. Red gets the last auto. Another Chastise to be thrown out. Little Impale onto the players beyond the gate. I knew a conspiracy nut once. So boring. As I said, like, some of the conspiracies are really fun stories. Like, there's a whole conspiracy theory about, like, there's, like, a underground alien lizard base somewhere in the middle of the United States, and, like, there's, like, a fake town on top of it or something like that. It's a fascinating read. Do I believe it? No, but it's a really interesting read. If you like creepy stuff, look up the Tales from the U.S. Park Ranger. It was on Reddit. It was on like it was like on R Don't Sleep. It popped up years ago. There's actually someone narrated as well, but there's a whole series of stories from this U.S. Park Ranger of like really crazy creepy stuff happening in forest with like the stairs in the middle of forest, like people disappearing for days and then reappearing. Really fascinating stuff. Tales from the Crypt. No, it's really really good. It's a really good read if you want something creepy to read. The it's so basically, yeah, it's I don't know if the No Sleep podcast has those stories, but I just remember it from that subreddit. I think I listened to a little bit of No Sleep. There's some good stories in there for sure. Turn availability on both teams. I'm just talking about spooky stuff all day. I was thinking that there would be no kill, but Vala does go down. That is going to be 1 stack of her auto attack speed to be lost, so she's at 20%. I only say it because I worked in those environments. though now I can say oh, I see what you mean. As I said, you know, there's some really interesting conspiracies out there. I mean, aliens are probably the only thing that you could say is conspiracy that I put the most weight into. Because I just don't believe we could be the only intelligent beings in the entire universe. I just don't think I don't think it's just that. I don't think it's that. That's the answer. I also like the idea of aliens. Cool. You know, sometimes, you know, like Mars Attacks, if you just play a record, their heads will explode. Robert gonna... I thought Ghost was gonna stick onto Robert with Apple rotating up, but not the case. Neither team getting a turn in just yet as we're here into Tomb of Spider Queen, map 3 and our third best of 3. There's my buddy and I talk about it from time to time about the concept of the... Wow! That's Vala just getting shredded right there. The concept of Earth being like a prison planet in the sense of we are so destructive within ourselves that we are not allowed to be part of what else could be out in the universe. So they just watch us as we all destroy ourselves consistently on a daily basis. We are Australia. Yeah, exactly. That's the premise, is that we are Australia. We are the Australia of the universe. Humans are not intelligent. Oh, I would agree with you on that, God Fenrir. I would very much agree with you. I'm right there with you, bud. There must be aliens out there, but, you know what? Check out. I feel like we would be interesting to watch. Like, I feel like we would be... If Jersey Shore was a planet, that would be Earth. Did you say this week on Earth, they shot down a balloon, and now everyone's arguing about a balloon? Oh, man. South Park? Yeah, exactly, yeah. It's been done in media a bunch as well. It's been done in many medias. Robert, I don't think you live here, bud. Ooh, don't stand next to Zagara! Webweaver through the top lane will be coming through in favor for the side of Cats on my keyboard as X Havoc with 35 gems and B trying to back away through the mid. Lost Art of Forehead Sweat. Hilarious episode. Really? X-Files was never a show I super got into. I don't think it's like bad by any means. It's just I never got into it. That's This Week in America, not really This Week on Earth. Well, I mean, but This Week on Earth, a balloon did get shot down in the most important country in the world, in the universe. Come on now. We're #1! At destroying our own, you know, civilians. We have a Cataclysm from the Deathwing. Good gravity lapse onto B, who's trying to back away. Drops the Rain of Vengeance into the Kael'thas. Pyroblast down for the next 32 seconds. Cocoon onto Vala. Realistically, actually, This Week on Earth would probably be the conversation around the massive earthquake in Turkey. I've been seeing some, like, aerial photos of like, the faults and like cities shifting. It's insane, wildly insane. It was like a 7-point-something earthquake in Turkey. That would actually be on Earth today. That would be really on Earth today. I also love that in America we call it the World Series and it only takes place in America. I love that. I think it's brilliant. Everyone is talking about the algorithms are fascinated with it. It's all a simulation, man. Ghost gets a light bomb, but I feel like it's more of a zoning tool than anything else to stop anyone from advancing forward to try and kill the gray main. 18 gems stay fine right now as the blue webweavers have descended into lanes. I haven't cycled through the numbers. We'll go ahead and do that. I know 13s are right on the horizon, but I don't think the game's going to end abruptly anytime soon. So let's cycle through the numbers and see what things look like as the top lane fort is not going to be saved. Bottom lane fort taking a bit of damage. Sonya chasing out and gray main to clear out mid. Oh, there are Canadian teams in the World Series? I didn't know that, actually. I don't know much, if anything, about baseball, to be honest, so I just assumed that it was just only teams from America. Banished to Washington, the worst possible punishment. Washington State? I thought that... What? 13 talent tier for the members of our blue team. Anduin steps forward with a Divine Star just to check the turn-in, I think. DC, oh, that's worse. Well, DC's got some great museums. They've got the, what is it, the Space Museum? Oh, that one's fantastic. Sorry, I'm just skimming chat. There's a little bit of conversation here and there. 8 kills to Cats on My Keyboard as they're looking for their second turn in. Does this take down fort in bottom lane? No. The fort will be on a sliver. Siege Giants are working their way in. Still gonna need a chunk to turn in as well for the side of Cats on My Keyboard. Ghost just getting those autos out. Inner Beast active as you see the blue glow on their weapon. Urban Punk trying to look for 10 to turn in. Spell Shield for the Zagara. I feel like Spell Shield. Wow, Spell Shield level 13. I feel like I don't ever see this, but hey, it's going to be a good way to deal with the Pyroblast from Kael'thas. I think that's really the button press right there. But is it necessary with Brightwing? I guess Brightwing won't always be around, so Rayman looking for 23 turn in. Going to be delayed out. Yeah, I think it's a good tech pick. I don't think it's bad by any means. Because I was like, oh, well, you could just do Brightwing, but, like, typically Zagara does not want to be around Brightwing a ton in the sense of Zagara wants to be split-soaking a lot, and Brightwing wants to be with mostly Vala, realistic Vala, Ragnaros, or Vala or Ragnaros. So I really like the pickup right there. Blue team turn-in, actually. I was thinking that it would have been Cats on My Keyboard to get that turn-in as they were so much closer and they had the pressure on the map, but Chastise, goodbye Zagara. Goodbye, Zagara. Living Bomb spread. Pyroblast is available. Pyroblast dealing how much damage right now? 1,685. What's Vala's health pool? Vala's got 2,300 HP, so Vala needs to be around what? Like a third of her HP, and then a Pyroblast kills her roughly? Maybe a little bit less than a third? Okay, mid fort goes down, bottom fort to fall as well. Lava wave up in the next 87 seconds for Ragnaros. 16 to 15 in levels, favoring the members of Cats on My Keyboard. Team Rainbow Strike Go looking to make something happen here as they continue to siege through mid. Burrow from a Nubarak, he's looking to get some chain CC. Sleep from Sonya's gonna be shy. I think even if Brightwing didn't blink heal, I think that leap is still shy, but it closes the distance, and Sonya could have maybe made some more intensive plays happen for the team. Not the case, 16 apiece, bottom lane Webweaver cleared out. What is the gem count for both these teams? I'm curious who's holding what. 8 plus 5 is a number, and that's how much they need for a turn-in. Let me show you the 16s as well, because I know those did just come through for the members of Team Rainbow Strike Go. It's a weird 09 game. Well, we can see where the experience is going to be made up from. Minions got about a 3k difference right there. Structures a little bit as well. A little bit extra passive, and that's going to yield still less experience because of the heroic. So it's I mean they've closed the gap. It's about a 3-4k difference between the two, but the biggest gap is still from that heroic. Yeah, there's this huge I mean, look at that chunky structure experience. Huge. Hey, but it does, I mean, it's double the opposing side, so it is it's something. It's something. We have kind of a little back and forth here. Oh, sorry, I looked over at StarCraft and I just see someone crying and I'm like, oh, that's sad. I'm not gonna spoil it, I just looked over and I saw someone crying. Cataclysm, Deathwing. Leap of Faith, leap out, Punk is gonna just try and live here. That's a lot of gems to be dropped. Is this the moment that they needed? That was the first kill, by the way. Oh, what's gonna happen? Oh, are they gonna do it? Oh, are they gonna do it? The players at batting practice told him to take the Michigan football scholarship instead of a minor league bus. Wait, what? Oh, I'm missing some conversation. Anyways. Exclamation math. Thank you. Yes, yes. 8 plus 5. That's just how we're going to do it. It's just like, oh, there's the math. Do it yourself. Red Web Weavers will descend. Boss goes over to Team Rainbow Strike Go. Team Rainbow Strike Go does get boss. Whomever put the big chonky bet on Team Rainbow Strike Go is going to be feeling pretty happy with the extra little they got back. My 69 points. Lurk, for the bandit points, pump them numbers up. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it, bud. Thank you for the support. It means a ton to me. Don't forget, if you are lurking and you want free channel points, be sure to enable, if you have BTTV, there's a spot on BTTV in your menu where you can actually set it to auto-claim channel points for you. If you don't have that setting enabled and you do have BTTV, it's a very good one if you do want to kind of lurk and collect channel points. So is this a replay cast, I assume? No, I'm live. I'm live. I mean, you can hear me. I'm live, right? Yeah, these games have happened already. How you doing today, Dragon? Oh, no, not, 130 Aragon. 130 Aragon. How you doing, 130 Aragon? I mostly do Twitch, oh, yeah, yeah. Aragon, I was wondering if it was actually based off that. Spaceballs is such a good movie. Oh, I mean, yeah, we can go back to that conversation again. No, I'm fine with that. We got the beep, we lost the beeps, we lost the creeps, and we lost the sweeps. The what, and the what? Michael Winslow's cameo in that movie is just mwah. Raspberry. There's only one person in the universe who would give me raspberry. Lone Star. Yeah, the fear of palindromes is a palindrome in itself. The fear of long words is an extremely long word in itself. The scientists who name the phobia names are dicks. I know those two. I think there's three. Not a good movie? Yeah, I don't think they ever did a good Aragon movie, if I remember correct. I mean, do you guys remember the Beowulf movie with Angelina Jolie? Youch. I remember seeing that in theaters because we read like Beowulf in high school, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be cool, like dragons and stuff. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Webweaver's descend into lane. This is going to be some great damage onto the fort, but does it go down? Greymane tries to do so, and yes, it will be. 20 to 19, and actually favoring our team with 1 kill. Our team with 1 kill is going to have the talent tier advantage. Going to Cataclysm in, Leap of Faith from the Anduin. You know what this game is missing? Someone freeing Harrison Jones? Cho'Gall? I don't know. Alrighty. Another turn-in available to the side of Team Rainbow Strike Go. 1 to 10 in kills. Can Team Rainbow Strike Go close out the series? Leap in from Sonya. That's going to be the targeting onto Zagara. Her spell shield goes out, and she is alive. The phase shift from Brightwing, devouring Maw into 2 players right there. Conflagration value of the Deathwing going to be shredding through Red's HP as Vala does go down. The Conflagration doesn't take down a Nubrak. I thought he was going to have those burn procs kill him, but just enough healing from the Anduin will come through. Vala dead for 55, and still our blue team chasing in because a lot of red bars are low. I watched, I'm not going to spoil anything. I watched the new episode of The Last of Us last night. Oh, it was very good. I'm very much enjoying the show. Very much enjoying the show. I think last night was the first time that I actually was kind of like, oh, Ellie's character's kind of like growing on me a little bit. But up until last night, like, Ellie's character I've just not been a fan of. I've loved everyone in the show but Ellie's character. And I guess, we were talking about this before, I guess like that's a little bit of like kind of how the game is, so if that's the case, then hey, kudos, they're doing a great job. Can't believe that no one on Cats on My Keyboard died there. Crazy heals. Anduin's doing a fantastic job. The Anduin player's doing a great job. Apple is, what is the healing from Apple? Let's actually take a look at it. That is going to be the wrong button consistently, Chris. Can you just push the right one? Nope, that's APM. This one. There we go. I had it right at one point, and I was like, that's wrong. Anduin with 57,000 healing compared to the Brightwing with 40, let's round up, 40,000 to 58,000, just rounding here. I thought Joel was supposed to be the unlikable one. I love Joel. I love his character. As I said, I've never played the game, so I'm just going off of what little kind of conversations we've had generally in chat, because we're all trying not to spoil things for other people. Bottom lane keep will go down. Webweaver phase expires. That's a leap in from Sonya. Desir devouring Maw to defend. It is going to be a Maw onto Anduin and the Kael'thas, so that does allow the kills onto Nubrek and Sonya to come through. Ghost getting low, 24 gems, going to try and roll. Leap of Faith. Youch! A little bad synergy right there. Koala the lone defender. Is this the beginning of the end? 1, 2, 3 autos, and that's going to be a
Team kill!
Core will be sieged by the members of Team Rainbow Strike Go, and they have managed to take this map number 3, 6-12 in kills. Team Rainbow Strike Go, seemingly on the back foot of this entire map, come around at the end here, and will be able to take the series in a 2-1. GG, well played. Did he take boots? We can look.